Namaskar. I'm sure that you've heard of mindfulness because it has become so popular, so ubiquitous. Everybody's talking about mindfulness, it seems. And this is a wonderful thing. It's really a sign that, there's some movement, even in the midst of this very material culture, moving towards something more subtle. And so I think it's great that there is more and more talk of mindfulness. However, today I want to introduce you to the idea of mindfulness plus. To add something extra into mindfulness, coming from the yoga tradition, there is this concept of madhu-vidya. It means the knowledge that makes life sweet. Madhu means honey, and vidya means knowledge. So it is a knowledge that sweetens all of life. And for me, it is a type of mindfulness plus. It's mindfulness, but a lot more than just mindfulness. And that's what gives it the capacity to not just bring some more balance and some more peace into your life, but to actually sweeten it, to bring more love, to bring more compassion, to bring more joy. So what is this mindfulness plus? It is the ability to cultivate, the base of mindfulness. We start out first with being able to cultivate presence, to be able to be here and now. We have a tendency to be a lot in our heads and to be thinking in the future, in the past, in other places, and not to actually be here experiencing life. So one of the bases, for mindfulness is usually to cultivate some breath awareness. And this breath awareness just helps us, the breath is always with you, never goes away. It's here as long as you're alive. So being aware of our breath helps us to center ourselves and to be more present. But there's more than that. We can bring in a more mystical element into this practice. So the madhu, the sweetness, is the ability to also cultivate an awareness of the truth. Because vidya is the type of knowledge that isn't just an idea, an intellectual idea, but it's like knowing what is true, what is real, what is already there. It's a type of perception rather than an invention. So the whole universe is a manifestation of consciousness. It is a manifestation of divinity. And it's not just neutral. It's vibrating, it's born out of bliss. It's born out of an infinite loving consciousness that isn't just cold and neutral towards us. It interacts. The more that we are open to it, the more that we can start to feel a guidance. And that guidance is loving and personalized, intelligent, aware. So when we begin to bring this type of perspective into our practice of mindfulness, it expands that mindfulness and brings in an element of bliss. It also sweetens our relationships with everything. Madhu-vidya, this practice of sweetness, this practice of creating a sweet perspective, a sweet mind, it's also related to the codes, the ethical codes of yoga. It's really interesting, no? Brahmacharya, it means to experience Brahma. Brahma means the supreme entity, to experience it while moving, while in action. Not just to experience it when you sit and you try to contemplate and go inside, but to experience it all the time. And when you're able to do that, if you're really able to experience divinity from within, and all around you. And when you interact then with people, to be interacting with them, not just from a material and from a perspective of what I need to get out of things, but if you're remembering the divinity and you're feeling that consciousness around you, then a type of respect will surface automatically. When we think of things as divine, not just as things, how can we then be violent? How can then we then look at, have an attitude of superiority or of disdain, arrogance, etc.? Because to be in front of divinity means to kind of create a state of awe, a state of openness, a state of awareness of something magnificent, something bigger than just me. It's easy to feel this in nature. Nature is vibrating with truth, with beauty, with divinity. So it can be more challenging in relationships. It can be more challenging at work. It can be more challenging in these types of settings. But cultivating that awareness, that sweet awareness, that madhuvidya, that brahmacharya, while you're interacting with people, now this can be one of the most beautiful gifts that you can offer to another human being. Because everybody craves attention. Everybody wants to be seen, to be appreciated, to be listened to be understood, and to be loved. And so part of this brahmacharya, of this madhuvidya, is to allow that divine presence to work through you, to look through your eyes, so that when you're looking at somebody, you're trying to see them as the unconditional divine presence of God would see them, with love. And if you can radiate that type of attention and presence towards another human being, it is so powerfully healing. I've experienced this so many times. There's been moments where I'm with a friend and they're telling me, I remember one particular friend, and she was telling me something very traumatic, very painful. I was actually quite overwhelmed. I really didn't know what to say. There's some abuse issues coming up, all of this. And I just didn't know what to say, but I just directed it internally. I'm like, okay, just work through me. Let your energy of unconditional presence just radiate towards her. And so I opened up my mind like that and used my technique of madhuvidya. And just by offering that, I didn't say anything, really. It was just a thought, a switching of how I looked at her. But, as we sat, tears came, realizations came, connections in her own mind, healing was occurring. It was miraculous to behold, no? And I really wasn't doing anything. It's not you. It's just that presence, that sweet presence. That is the essence of healing. So sometimes we're not able to change things that are happening to people, but we can be with them. Like when you're next to somebody who's going through loss or death or something very difficult, but to offer them your full attention and presence. It is a marvelous gift. And when you add this element of mindfulness plus, of thinking of the divine while you do that, and letting that energy permeate all around you, this will not only heal those around you, it will also help you. Because then when you go to sit to meditate, you're not fighting so much against the flow of your mind, because typically our mind's like flowing in all kinds of directions, no? And when we meditate, then we have to fight to like pull it and direct it inwards from all of its preoccupations it's been doing all day. But if we're practicing this type of mindfulness with a sweet ideation, then when we sit to meditate, mind's already there. Mind's been flowing in that direction all day. And so it's just taking it a bit deeper, internalizing it. So this practice is one that will really enhance your meditation significantly, because then you're bringing it into your whole life. And that's what spirituality really should be. Spirituality shouldn't just be some exercise that you do once or twice a day. It should change how we live. It should change how we interact, make us more compassionate, kind, giving, open, alive, present people. And this is where this is how you do that. So maybe what I've talked about up until now sounds only like philosophy or theory, but in yoga, it's only 1% the philosophy, 99% practice. So how can we transform this knowledge, okay, this idea of like mindfulness plus? What does it mean really practically? Like, how do you practice that? So there's the mantra Bhavanam Kevalam. And Bhavanam Kevalam actually is the same thing I've been describing. It means that the divine, that love is vibrating in every atom, in every particle, in every cell of your body. That's the essence. That nam, that vibration is all there is, Kevalam. Baba, divine entity, nam, vibration, Kevalam only. And so, Bhavanam Kevalam is a manifestation of that idea of Madhuvidya, that sweet knowledge that everything around me is divine. And so, you may already know if you've been following the intro course, if not, you can follow it, but that kirtan, singing that mantra, singing Bhavanam Kevalam with any melody or listening to it, this will help your mind during the day to keep flowing in a spiritual wave. No? So if you put on kirtan in the background while you're working, while you're doing things, if you hum along to it, if you think of it, if you sing it, if you practice it, even when you're breathing, when you have advanced meditation lessons, then you can bring your mantra into your breath while you are interacting, while you're doing work, while you're in the world. And you can also bring your second lesson. Then the Madhuvidya becomes another practice, another lesson, another advanced lesson of the individualized meditation practices. But until you have that opportunity, you can use Bhavanam Kevalam and you can sing it and you can put it in the background music and you can try to help your mind to keep flowing in the spiritual direction. And another thing that will help your practice is also to, feed your mind with uplifting poetry, with other music and songs that help you to create this kind of mystical outlook on life of seeing the divine in everything. So I really hope that this will bring more sweetness, more madhu into your life and into your relationships, and that you will feel the marvelous healing quality that type of ideation has on the relationships and people around you. Namaskar.